Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. They say I'm hard of hearing, they say I'm growing old, but I've been loving cars and trucks since I could feel the cold. I'm never one to settle down, never had a wife. Sure, anyone that knows me knows trucking is my life. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. I drive all over Europe, from Prague to Castlebar, in all the towns and cities, sure I'm like a superstar. They love to hear me coming, it really makes their day. When I honk the horn on the hangar lane, sure I'm not far away. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. When I saw a pretty mess, so I rolled down the window and I asked her for a kiss. Then she called me a banker, well I think that's what she said. With the toe to the headlight, I'm up to Hollyhead. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. Hey!
Hello, everybody. Hello, John. Hello, John Peake. Hello. Who else is in? And everybody else who's coming in. Good to see you. Hope you've all had a good week. We've had quite a good week. We didn't go down the yard today because we had to take Donna's van in because it went in for MOT.
Well, we got one there now.
And we wasn't really satisfied with the work, so we took it to the old guy. Who used to
We'll leave that there for now.
And we're leaving it there for now. And we'll find the outcome, and it's going to be serviced as well. So what's Walney, mate? Walney. Yeah, I don't know where that is. What it is? Is it a
Yeah, everyone's like, "What's Walney? What's Walney?"
It'll be a beauty spot.
Yeah, it will be, won't it?
Yeah. So we came home and
it might be a dog good spot.
No, I don't think Nora's like that, or Sharon, or whatever you want to call her. Yeah, you and Don have had my fucking pants down with these fucking names. Fuck's sake.
So yeah.
Ah, right. Oh, wait, Walney.
Yeah, Donna's,
Hello, Steve.
Hiya, mummy.
Hi, Steve. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm not
Hey,
too
Steve,
bad.
mate, you all right?
Been struggling up with my server like always, but
Is there a week where we're going to have you come on here with smiles?
Me smile. Oh,
Miles.
if I don't have stress in my life, then I'm not normal. So
Oh yeah.
If you like the stress in your life, then you smile about it because people fucking hate it when you're still smiling, even when you're stressed. Trust me, they get more pissed off knowing that you're still having a good time when you're stressed than if you're fucking stressing, because people get a kick out of seeing people stressing. So come on with a fucking smile on your face.
Yeah, we're off to Ulverston again next week.
At least you've got teeth. Do you know what I mean? I still smile and I've got no fucking teeth.
Might get the phone out and do a live going into Blackbeck with another big one.
Yeah. Do you know what I got called this week? The manager of Blackbeck, because I could get them in without getting them damaged.
That's just at Ulverston. Do you know where that is, Sharon? At Blackbeck at
So I-
Ulverston.
Get one in undamaged and I have to do them all now.
Anyway, it's an horrendous place. You've seen the videos. If you haven't seen the videos, they're around
it could
somewhere.
be worse. I could come on here and just have a scroll moment, you know, like.
Fine, so fuck off.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
You two be writing fucking scripts when we've not been about.
I fucking spilled my drink everywhere. Oh, fucking hell.
Why can't you read them back?
Well, no, because Nora is a name. Earcam Nod's a bit of a strange one. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, I just thought that was a fucking till I realised that. But Nora is a proper name, so I've never actually thought of looking at your name backwards.
No, yeah.
I thought it was called Nora, and you just that was made up surname, obviously.
Any sane person would fucking be able to read that backwards.
Fuck you. Anyone that comes on here ain't exactly sane, have they?
Well, no.
Yeah, it's no good coming down here if you want any fucking sense, is it? Fucking really. You know what I mean?
Friends like you two is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool.
Fucking lovely little road that to go down in it. In a car, maybe. And it's even worse now this time of year because we've got leaves, so we can't see where all the big branches are. They're like camouflaged.
Hopefully, we're going to get Nick to escort us in there. And
Yeah, because we've got a special TikTok coming up because this guy,
Oh, God.
he had me in stitches because we was doing a tranship in Lancaster services. Don't start, right? Now, if you don't know what a tranship is, it's basically we back to back it, right? And we move the caravan across. Had some fun doing so, but he was like toddling around, this escort, toddling around doing whatever he can. And as I'm ratchet strapping the fucking band to the truck, well, as I'm ratchet strapping one, the strap snapped, but it didn't snap near the ratchet strap, near the ratchet. It snapped in the middle of the strap. And I'm hanging off this fucking strap like this because it snapped. I'm like, whoa, very nearly ended up on my ass, and it would have fucking hurt because they go at some force when they snap. Do you know what I mean? Right? And I'm hanging off it. Well, later on in the day, when he was helping us get this van off at the other end, he went, to be fair, he says, after what I saw today with you, he says, if you told me to go left, he says, even if we weren't supposed to be going left, I'd be turning fucking left. And I just bust out fucking laughing. I'm thinking, really? He went, I like my arms and legs really hard. You know what I mean? That's what I get now. But
second can.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be fun anyway.
I'll see if
we can get a live going there. I'll take your phone out and we'll do a live.
Yeah. Try and do it from the opposite direction.
So you can see the truck going in. It might be a lot of the floor and trees, but you know.
No, I've got one of them.
Molly, will you stop it with your fucking claws? Do
you know what she did in the middle of the night last night?
What?
Bit my fucking toe.
Yeah, well, that's about fucking. We got a stone today on catnip. Well, not stone, but catnip. So she was fucked. She was. I think she I fucking walked in the room. She looked at me. She was laid down and she looked at me like eyes fucking. She
just likes the fucking.
She tied up to
attention, I think.
Everything we start. It's
actually a new fucking bed because we've been in bed every week. You know, when you come on, we are in bed.
Not on the bed.
well, we're on the bed, not in the bed. But today I've took the old bed down because if you used to lean on the back of the bed, it used to feel like you was going to fall. And I thought, well, we've got the other beds put up now. So put the other bed up, which is absolutely fucking. I had to blow dry my hair before we come on because
that's what you.
So yeah,
Evening, Louise.
we do it from our bedroom because the rest, well, there's the 2 rooms that we did. Well, I did, and we spent quite a lot of money on, and I've got an absolutely fabulous fucking main wall in that bedroom. Because the fucking you can never get all the landlord, our fucking ceilings are falling through. So I thought, fuck yeah. So I lost interest in the house, and the rest of it still looks like a fucking building site. So we do everything from our bedroom because we're only here 2 days a week.
But we have been.
We have been sorting some shit out today, though.
Got my toolbox out because it used to be pristine, a big snap-on toolbox. It's an old snap-on toolbox. I mean,
fucking warm enough.
So, and there was fuck all in it. There was bits and pieces. So there was tools all over because when we've done a job, we've just fucking chucked them in the front room. Because
well, it's not just that. When we got robbed as well, you had most of the snap-on tools fucking robbed, didn't you?
Yeah, a lot of my snap-on tools went missing. So
they didn't go missing; they got thieved.
Yeah, well, all right, there was taken. So I thought, fuck it, I'm getting my toolbox out. I'm then cleaning it all up. So fucking cleaned the cobwebs off it. Fucking cleaned the shit off it. Cleaned all the fucking hoovered all the compartments out, and then I've started fucking all the tools in. Well, what tools I can find at the minute. So I've fucking.
They are all downstairs, but they're all in boxes because there's way too many of them. Because we've got my arts and crafts tools, which need to be put in a separate place. Then we've got all the household like tools, you know, for decorating or woodwork and shit like that. And then we've got all the stuff that does cars and other stuff. And why the fuck is this not opening?
Got chop saws and stuff like that I use, you know, for doing the camper. Well, that's all in the front room.
Like that fucking
There's a chest of drawers that we got, 3 drawers, and there was just like shitty cream on there.
Yeah, so
I've covered them all so it matches the rest of the interior of the camper.
And I'm due a new present because my drill's dying.
Yeah, so.
But you're going to get me my polisher first, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to get a run machine polisher.
What? Well, get me girly shit. You'll get them thrown at you.
It's the way you said it. No.
Just go into any fucking machine mat and buy her a fucking power tool or an electric power tool. Cordless
My next power tool is going to be a polisher because I'm fucking sick of running out of batteries on the fucking drills.
So that'll be coming next week or the week after. Then get rid of
Stop using the drill for everything else.
More fucking power tools than me.
I've got more power tools than most joiners.
It's got propane fucking solderers and fucking never found that today.
Did you?
Yeah.
I wondered where that gone.
Yeah. So yeah. Cordless screwdrivers, cordless fucking drills. So
he's not Greek, he's Russian.
Bobby, you're not Greek, are you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to win a part on eBay. Could you hear me?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. No, you've got Russian descendants, haven't you?
Yeah.
But he's a Scouser. So fucking argue with him if you fucking want. Scouser with Russian in him. Fucking bring it on, I said. Oh, you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Half Russian Scouser. Fucking hell, you're not going to win that one, are you?
That's why we love him.
Well, technically, we're French as well, so I've got. And my nan's
I wouldn't have fucking admitted
Jewish.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking mention the French, mate. Just right. Just keep that a fucking top. We'll edit that out. Matt'll edit out in the fucking on YouTube. So
I've got Jewish in my family though. My granddad was Jewish.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's how I probably lost about 500 fucking this night just fucking admitting that, but I really don't give a fuck. You only did that to wind people up though, didn't you?
That's going on the front of the truck to piss people off.
If it was still your truck, yeah, my truck, no. Don't go with the colour code.
That's a 30-day ban, yeah, that's true, Matt.
Bring it on. You racist bastards.
Wow. We've done so well, haven't we, Matt?
what? What about this? Oh yeah, well,
Oh,
it's another fucking.
I am so fucking angry about this. I'm physically shaking. I've never been so angry about something. I wasn't supposed to film today, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through this because I'm so adrenalized by the fury about this. You're not going to believe what these people have done now. Check this. They've added autism to the LGBTQ trans agenda flag. I know what your little plan is too. You're coming after autistic kids because you think they're an easy target, but you won't be able to transition our kids. You won't be able to park them on puberty blockers. You won't be able to sterilize them so they can't have any more beautiful autistic children. Because you love to alienate kids from their parents. You love to alienate the kids from the parents so you can take the kids away and transition them and lock them into the medical system. I know that's what you like to do. Groom them from a young age in the school, alienate them from their parents, say, if your parents don't affirm you, would put you into care. I know that's what you do. That's what you want to be doing. What you don't realize is that autistic kids have got such an incredible heart and they'll never let that happen. So screw you. We are passionate about this. This is our kids. Come, join me, subscribe, be passionate with me. This hits me close to home and I'm going to go even harder from now on. They have wrapped autism symbol into the LGBTQIA flag. This video needs to get in front of every parent of every autistic kid. It needs to get in front of every parent of every autistic kid. So help me. Engage with it as much as possible. Comment as much as you can. Share as much as you can. Claiming autistic kids. Parking them into the medicated big pharma system for the rest of their lives, sticking them on antidepressants to dim their light because they regret gender transition, mutilating their bodies so that they can't function in society properly, confusing them, kids that already struggle more than most, to have horrendous surgery which sterilizes them. So is that your ultimate goal, to use eugenics? You're going to get rid of autism, which is responsible for every major human advancement in technology. Great plan. What you don't realize, you unremarkable people, is that autistic people are actually not the weak targets like you think they are. You're picking out those people because you think they're an easy target to pull into your ideology, to pull into transitioning, to pull into having surgery, to pull into big pharma. Every kid that transitions, big pharma make $2 million off of. Have you noticed the White House brings trans people in, flies the trans flag? Raytheon sponsored Gay Pride this year. That's the military-industrial complex, the Biden administration. It's all linked. It's obvious what's going on. But what you don't realize is that parents won't allow it. We won't allow it. We know it now. We know what you're doing. That's evil will announce itself. That's an announcement of what they're trying to do. They're targeting autistic kids, very obviously, to park on puberty blockers, to transition. It's terrifying for me in California because if my boy was diagnosed as severely autistic, I'm autistic. If he has gender dysphoria and I don't affirm it, the government can take him away in California. So, I mean, that's a whole other thing I'm going to get into. Write in the comments what you think I can do about this. But anyway, I'm so furious. You're gonna have to kill me to shut me up about this now. Now it's on. Now it's fire in my belly. Now it's like, it was on before, but now I'm fucking going for it now. Now I'm really going. Like, you thought I was pushing before. Wait now. Now you've gone too far because now you're coming after my boy. You're coming after people, beautiful, superpower having souls. You mediocre people who are unremarkable in life, completely unremarkable, and the only identity you have is by having a weird gender. That's the only personality you have because you don't have anything going for you in any other way. So you have to, pull in this trans activism, because it's basically a personality replacement. But you won't be able to transition our kids. You won't be able to park them on puberty blockers. You won't be able to sterilize them so they can't have any more beautiful autistic children. I mean, is the plan of all this stuff that's going on with Big Pharma, the government, the LGBTQIA activism, is the plan to get rid of autism? Is that what the...
This is right.
I'll let him say his bit and then I'll go on my rant.
That video was longer, right? And fucking bless him, right? Fucking, he's had enough as well. Yeah. If you're gay, you're gay, right? But there's a certain fucking... I mean, most of the people that support the LGBTQX5BXT, all the fucking letters, right? Aren't even fucking gay, right? They're just seal slappers, right?
Same as the left wing.
Right? Just leave the fucking gay people to be gay. If you love a bloke and you're a bloke, love a bloke. If you're a bed and you love a bed,
and this is where I had a conversation with someone else earlier that's gay, right? Female gay, right? And I can understand exactly where she's coming from. She thinks that it's destroying the queer community. And I went, no, I says it's this minority of people, these dickheads that have turned, because when you remember when Pride was Pride back in the day, it was because you was allowed to come out because you weren't going to get your fucking head kicked in anymore. So you was allowed to come out, and it was a pride event. It wasn't fucking different pride events each fucking month so you could run around the fucking streets naked, right? That fucking badge shouldn't be on that flag for the one simple reason. About everything else, it's not a sexual orientation. It's a disability. It shouldn't be on that fucking flag. Yeah. My brother, right, will be stood next to me right now going, go on, Donald. Go on, that's my sister. Because he was high-end autistic and he wouldn't have had none of that shit. None of it.
No.
Well, I'll tell you, a couple of days ago, I had to run in with a tranny in Asda. I took my grandson Jacob and he's a bit of a chip off the old block. He's a womanizer. Right? He was talking to the woman who does the flowers. Talking to her, she gave him a few flowers, goes, go give them to beautiful women. So he took it to this woman. She screamed, I'm not a woman, get the police. Right, I said, listen, my love, he didn't mean nothing about it. She goes, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. So I said, all right then, if you talk to him like that, I'm going to fucking punch you. Then she turned it around and goes, well, that's big of you, innit? It's a woman. I said, you just told me you was a fucking man.
What the fuck? Oh, that's fucking up, boy. Oh, fuck.
I haven't got a problem with. We've had this conversation many a times. You know my feelings on people that genuinely want to live life, genuine body dysphoria, right? People that want to just get on with their lives. All these people have walked away from the gay pride thing. That's all it used to be called. It was never LGBTQ or LD whatever. Fucking alphabet, fucking agenda going on. Do you know what I mean? Right? It was. You was proud to come out because you didn't have that fear of what. Well, you weren't supposed to have that fear of walking down. Yeah, you didn't have that stigma of walking down the street. But it's now coming back because even earlier on, I fucking had a full blown on fucking rant on a status, right? Because someone had put a picture up of two guys laying together. By God's fucking words, this is a sin, right? And he was having a proper fucking Stone Age rant about it, right? So I put my bit in. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you fall in love with. A private life's a private life. And then obviously someone says, yeah, but then that means me. And I'm like, no, you should be able to give someone a kiss and a cuddle in public, no matter who it is, right? There's a difference between giving someone a kiss and a cuddle, right, than having your fucking full-blown fucking tongues down. You don't do that in front of kids. Mm-hmm. The same as they don't need to be seen half-naked fucking men with thongs on, upside down on fucking tightrope fucking things, right? With fucking don't need to be seeing that shit, right? What way too far now. It's bad enough that they're going for our kids, but now this is another way where because things like transphobe and all that shit has been worn down like racist and bigot, right? They now need something else that they can go to so they can say, well, you've got a problem with disabled people, you bigot. Right, well, I ain't got a problem with disabled people. As you all know, my brother was highly disabled, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I've got a fucking problem with what they're doing. That is not a sexual orientation. That is a fucking disability, and they've got no right to put that on the fucking flag. no right whatsoever. And they triggered so many fucking buttons earlier to the point I had steam coming out of my ears. Fucking steam coming out of my ears. And I will work with that. I'm going to get hold of that guy and I'm going to tell him that I'm going to work with him because obviously he's in America, I'm in the UK, and we'll see what we can do to get a fucking stop put to this because I am not going to sit by and watch fucking autistic kids fucking shine get dimmed. Not in this country. It's not happening.
Also, how the hell can they classify autism as the same as fucking LGBT? You can't.
It's not a sexual orientation.
No, it's a fucking
It's a disability.
Which is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, people with autism, kids with autism, are absolutely fantastic fucking kids. But
autistic people have built the West. You look at people like Elon Musk and a lot of the fucking inventors. They were all autistic because they might be different, but I tell you what, their brains work a hell of a lot.
My nephew's autistic. That's why I'm like fucking really pissed off about it. And it's like, well, but when's it going to stop? Like, fucking, is it going to get to the point where they're going to add fucking mental health to it next, or fucking?
Mental health's already added to it, though, isn't it? They use the mental health card when they can't get away with it.
Well, they've added paedophiles to it, right? And if you're autistic, right? If you was anybody, right, and they just decided they was going to add you.
So this must be just in America at the minute, but I hope they do.
Fuck off. I
hope they do hold the word because, like I said, I'll lose my shit. I will lose my shit. It's like this with the Honour Oak pub earlier. I'm going to bring this one up. We don't need people riding at the police like with a fucking javelin and then fucking making stories up. We don't need it.
No.
There's a video out there proving that she went and drove at the police. And the reason why she tipped over is because she's gone on one of their feet and she's tried wheeling. But she went with intent to hurt the police. We don't need that fucking press on our side. Don't fucking lie and say that you've been pushed off. You was meant to be there to protest, right? And again, before you all fucking come at me saying, well, why weren't you there? I'm in Hull. That was fucking Honour Oaks. We know where that's near London, isn't it?
It's in London.
In London, right? There's thousands of people that are on the computer all day, every day going, we need to stop this. We need to stop this. And hundreds of people will be from around that area or within a bus ride area. Where the fuck were they all? Where were they?
Oh, yeah, nowhere to be seen.
But it's just getting fucking ridiculous.
So before they call at us, think about how far away they fucking live and why weren't they there? But we don't need fucking people driving at fucking police when we've got a bad enough fucking problem with them at the minute because we're not part of the fucking normal agenda because we'll stand about our rights and shit like that.
But, right.
Anyway, people, I think I might need another fucking vodka.
Gay people have fought for the fucking rights that they've got. And fair play to them. They've got them. And then the fucking certain amount of fucking people just get on the fucking bandwagon and the fucking for everybody. Right?
It's the old give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Yeah. Well, and now we can't even fucking, you can't say your kids can't be fucking, if he's a little lad, it can't be a little girl, because at school they're pushing it. Yeah, you've got no fucking control, and if you try to control it, right, you just that LGBT fucking all the fucking alphabet and the numbers and everything and the pluses and the minuses and the subtracts and the fucking divides, whatever you fucking want to put in it, leave the autistic, leave the fucking when they fucking put paedophiles in there, right? Well, paedophiles are I think maps. All right, maps. Google
why
Maps.
Why is that last fucking comment not coming up?
I don't know why.
I don't fucking know.
When they put paedophiles in there, right? That was a step too fucking. Well, they're going to step too far before that.
They're trying to say, right, that
that's true, Matt.
Attracted people that have got no intent to fucking actually touch kids. I'm sorry, if you want to look at fucking kids having shit happening to them, or you're attracted to, that makes you a pedo. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Q was a P at the start. Yeah, right. To just leave the autistic alone, right?
Leave any disabled alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go around slapping like a fucking seal and being a fucking
dickhead,
dressing like a fucking whatever you want to dress like in fucking public and get away with it because fucking the police are.
Said now, Matt.
because the police don't want to seem fucking
It might have
phobic
been
in
that
any
one
way.
where it says it doesn't help it when teachers are like this, and I think I know what you're going to play next. Go for it.
Yeah, because that's fucking ridiculous as well. That fucking big fat fucking horrible teacher fucking going out of chucking a kid out of a fucking class because he's got an opinion.
Yeah,
Fair play to the fucking kid. He's got his fucking head screwed on and he's not been brainwashed.
Very inclusive. No, I'm sorry, what you were saying was not very inclusive, and this is an inclusive school.
Yeah, how was what I was saying?
Because I was saying that what's wrong with the website is that there are more than one gender in this country by
That's
law.
your opinion.
That is my opinion, and that is an opinion which is acceptable in the school. I'm afraid yours, which you're saying that there's no such thing as anyone other than male or female, is not
Scientifically,
inclusive.
there are just two genders, depending on what
I get
gender
that. But you're choosing to make an issue of this, because I said, are you really going to do it? That was your opportunity to keep quiet.
You made the issue with it on the website. You said, oh, this website doesn't have more than two genders.
Murray, you were clearly given an opportunity not to pursue it. You chose to do so.
Yeah, because I think it's
You
silly.
chose to do so. Yes, that's the key question. You chose to do so.
I think it's silly to have anything other than two genders. So.
That, okay.
Anything
could you please,
else is a
could you
personal
please
opinion.
keep that opinion to your own house? Thank you. Not in the
So
school.
you get to put your opinion out in class, and my
No,
opinion has to,
I am not
my
putting
opinion has to stay
I
inside
am
my
not
house.
putting my opinion. I am not putting my opinion out. I am stating what is national school authority policy. Okay?
Well, it's not scientific whatsoever.
Not every policy is scientific, not every policy is scientific, Murray.
And you can't come out here and say that I'm not being inclusive when someone says
I
something
didn't
you
say
disagree with.
you,
So you
I said what you were saying was not being
you
inclusive.
kicked me out of class. If you want to have a discussion about it, we could have had a discussion. You don't have to kick me out of class.
I'm
and
sorry,
waste
but
30 minutes of my time, where I could have been down revising, doing something else. Instead, I state something I believe in. You kick me out of class for 30 minutes. And I'm waiting on the
Take
court.
this somewhere else, Murray. You can make an official complaint.
I'm not going
Please
to
do.
make an official complaint.
Why not?
I just think it's.
I know what you think, and I know what the authority thinks. I know what the authority's point of view
Well, I know
is
what
very
science
clear that we make no discrimination on the grounds of various.
I wasn't making discrimination. I'm simply saying there are two genders, male and female.
Yeah.
Anything else is a personal identification.
I'm sorry, but you chose to make an issue of making a point which is contrary to policy.
You
right?
made the issue when you complained about the website, sir.
Yes, and I made it in a way.
And I responded
and
to
I
that by
made,
saying, but there are only two genders.
and
I never
said
made the issue.
That, okay, I am not going here. You can choose, but you're making bad choices.
I'm making bad choices, okay.
I
Well, can I take my bag and go to the research area and start revising it?
you can stay here.
Okay, I'll stay here. Thanks for wasting my time.
Murray, I am not allowed to tell you how much of my time you have wasted.
That fat twat, right?
Wow.
Check his devices.
Right. When a teacher says fucking science doesn't fucking matter, it's national fucking policy, right? You've got to think, right? Yeah, right. You go into a science or a biology fucking class, right? And
Yeah,
they
check
say,
his devices. Sorry, go on.
right? What was I saying?
We go into
Right,
biology.
you go into biology, right, and the fuck or sex education, and they fucking tell you a bloke's got a penis and a bear's got a vagina, or a fucking whatever you want to call it, right? That is biology. It can't be fucking changed.
No.
It doesn't fucking matter what you think you are. You can be a tranny if you want to be a tranny. You be a fucking right. Be a lesbian. Be a gay. Be whatever you fucking want. But do not try and change the fucking fact there is two fucking sets of chromosomes, right? And I can't remember what they are. X, Y, and Y.
Yeah,
X,
someone
Y, and Y.
help us with this.
Somebody, well, anyway, right?
You know what they
and
are.
there isn't
There is two.
fucking A and X and B and Y or whatever, right? There's two sets of chromosomes that fucking people have. Rather you got one set or the other set.
Do you know
right?
what? There's
And
a meme.
that is
In
what
fact, no, it's
your
not a
fucking
meme.
gender is.
It's an advert for a fucking t-shirt, and it says there are more than two genders, right? And someone
Yeah.
screenshot it because underneath that fucking there is more than two genders. It says size, and it says male or female.
Mm.
So where's the other genders?
Where's it? Where's the other set? Where's all the other chromosomes?
There's more than
That
two
makes
genders,
another
but you've got a
gender.
choice of fucking two.
Whatever them fucking two chromosomes, it's only Y and X, isn't it? Whichever way they are.
Why are
Right.
they being sued for it?
Right.
Molly,
If there's only you try and fucking tell me, right, where, if there's all these genders, where are all these fucking chromosome sets? Go on then, fucking prove it to me. Yeah. That's it. Fucking if you YX or YY, I don't know what it is, I can't remember, but it's it's the chromosomes. There's only two sets of chromosomes, and fucking some people are a little bit fucked up. Yeah, it's like
I tell you what, the best
shit
person
like that.
said it was
They're,
that
they're a
Amy.
bit fucked
Hang
up, but they've only got fucking X and Y chromosomes. There is no more
on. If I can
chromosomes.
find it, I'll send it to Matt.
Well, the Scottish First Minister, he wants to pass a bill through Parliament where he wants to lower the legal age of consent down to 14.
Well, he will
And
because
it's like,
he's
what the fuck?
he's a dirty nonsense, head chopping, fucking throat slitting, goat shagging, fucking. Well,
Can't
Muslim,
fucking stand up for me.
nearly said it then. Fucking, he goes to the fucking church of the big gold bell end 5 times a day.
Matt, you've got a message coming. This is she's fucking
So
awesome. This lass.
his religion, the fucking Alan Snack Bar people, right? Fucking, they think it's normal to fuck kids. You know what I mean?
Not all.
So he's got to do it because he's a Muslim. Can you imagine the shit he's going to get off his fucking bell end fucking praying 5 times a day fucking wankers?
I can't
If you don't
understand. I can't understand where all these fucking Muslims are that disagree with what's going on in the honour roll pub.
He's got his F-book standard warning for saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake, man! What the fuck?"
Transit, we'll know what you're on about. If you're on about the transit ban, put transit ban. If not, just put transit and we'll know the difference.
Who's got a warning?
Where's Nora?
That's like me. One of my posts got removed today because apparently it went against their community standards. But yeah, all I was mentioning is I put a post up on my Facebook page to do to do with my website to say that I'm slowly getting there with my server. They fucking removed the post because apparently it goes against their community standards for violations, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's fucking stupid. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. You know why that is, don't you? Because these so-called files that are missing, right? You know, with all the MPs and stuff, if they manage to get the age down to 10, right? It's no longer classed as paedophilia, right? Which means all these lost fucking files can all be thrown in the bin. That's all that is used for. That's all they want to go because they know they're bothered and they know all the fucking fat was messing about with kids. You know, the ones that's dead now and they're still fucking. What was his
Big fat one.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
What's his name? I can't think of it.
I'm sure you know what I'm on about. He's dead now, but an MP.
Yeah.
Dead but an MP.
Was an MP.
Oh fuck.
What was his name?
Somebody's
going to say
fucking
it.
bugging me, that is.
Damn.
I know the guy who
Ted. Was it Ted?
Turner. No, not Ted Turner.
Was a few Ted Heath, that's it.
Ted Heath, that's it.
Right? People like that will be found innocent if they manage to get the rest of them. Right? They'd all be fucking thrown out the window because it'd be no longer classed as paedophilia because they've got the age down. That's why they've always wanted the age down. Theresa May
and a vicar.
And a vicar, which fucking goes well together, I suppose.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
He was definitely a pedo, but I don't know if allegedly he was a vicar.
Will you tap me before you're going to say something like that? I just nearly had vodka come out. That's going to burn if that comes from one fucking nose,
You
dickhead.
tapped enough. Don't need any more fucking tapping.
Fucking hell. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, wait. No,
Yeah.
no. Right, 3 vodkas, right? Because I've been down in them like the pot.
Yeah, so
Because people have pissed me off for far.
so they're just going too far with it all.
Too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, you know what, right? They'll be saying the people with depression will be on part of the fucking flag soon.
No, they're already using.
Oh, they're already using that.
You know why they use that? Because the same as the fucking people that go around stabbing multiple people on bridges and shit like that. Right? They're not just fucking wacko psychos from a different country. They've got mental health issues.
Yeah.
But if a white guy goes and puts fucking bacon outside a mosque, he gets a fucking lifetime imprisonment sentence. Just saying.
Yeah. So the followers of Alan Snap Bar. Right.
That's like a guy on TikTok. He's just been arrested for making it public that King Charles was seen fucking kissing a guy when he was going out when he was married to Princess Diana, and it's like that.
Well, he's the most right. If you look,
fucking stupid.
Right, the royal family. You know, Queen Elizabeth was the least inbred fucking member of the royal family, right? Prince Charles, well, King Charles now, is the most inbred member of the monarchy so far.
Well, he was friends with fucking. He was friends with fucking Savile and that. So come Savile got away with fucking everything.
Yeah, but his fucking wife is related to him. I think it's third cousins or something, second or third cousin.
I wish I'd shared. I did share that.
That only comes to light, right? It doesn't come to light if you look into the family tree like a family tree. But if you look into the heir parentage, right, they are actually related, fucking like second or third cousins. Because of what the video.
Well, Prince Philip and the Queen was cousins, weren't they, as well?
Yes, but there was like fucking 4th cousin removed or something like that, wasn't they? So it didn't make it as bad. It only put a small minority, but it was the fucking inbred between whoever produced them two that made it worse.
But
there was a video. There was a video and he explained it all on there. I wish I'd shared it, but I was worried I was going to get a full fucking deactivation for sharing it. Do you know what I mean? Because
I shared it. Well, I think I shared it. Or can't remember now.
Yeah, so King Charles is the most inbred fucking monarch we've ever had.
And I think that's why they killed. That's why they killed Diana, because she knew the truth about Charles, and that's why fucking. And she was going to spill the beans on it, and that's why they killed her.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, this is why.
You know, when
this is why he would never ever bow, even though he was supposed to fucking kneel to her. Right, when asked, he would never kneel to her because he fucking thought he was superior to her. Well, that was strange.
What was that?
It's that vibrating, and I don't know whether it's the cap or something. It's not.
Nah, fuck it.
What the hell? I didn't know that.
Jesus.
Yeah. So when the royal family, the fucking monarch, who's supposed to be head of the fucking church in this country, right? And that's another thing, right? He's supposed to be the head of the church, and he's supposed to look after us, and everything is to do with us, right? Supposed to be. That's what he said, his oath. Why did he have all them other fucking faiths there? All them other fucking religions?
Mm-hmm. Diana isn't dead. I believe she ain't.
Earrings, cover your ears, because shit's about to get real. This is going to be long. Any hootie. So I had a stitch stand out to me on my video about manners and how people shouldn't act like micro-penis ragamuffins because somebody misgenders them based on the way they present themselves. First off, I'm supposed to be ashamed of being from Alabama because of the laws that are here. First one being no gender-affirming care is to be given to anyone under the age of 19. Yeah, it should be like that everywhere. I personally believe it should be 21. You can't buy alcohol or tobacco products till that age. And gender reassignment surgery shouldn't be till the age of 25. That's around the time your brain is done developing. Second law, biological males have to play sports with males. Biological females have to play sports with females. All the way up to college students. Yeah, it should be like that everywhere. Females have a physical disadvantage playing sports against males. It's common sense. Third law, biological males have to use the men's restroom and changing areas. Same thing with biological females. Yeah, it should be like that everywhere. The biggest concern of that is predators pretending to be trans just so they can go in restrooms and changing areas with biological females. Women have a hard enough time walking down the fucking street. Now they can't even feel safe in their bathrooms and fucking changing rooms that is designated for them. Fourth law, no sexual orientation or LGBTQ is to be taught or talked about in schools. Yeah, it should be like that everywhere. Teachers get ridiculed for having an American flag in their classrooms, but others are praised if they make their classrooms look like unicorns and leprechauns had an orgy and spread their baby gravy all over the fucking walls. It shouldn't be talked about or taught in schools regardless. That's grown folk shit. Let children be children. Second, there's a difference in living your life and shoving your agenda and beliefs down people's throats. And the same thing goes with religion. The biggest problem that people have is the brainwashing and manipulation of children and being told they have to accept shit or they're a bigot or the biggest piece of shit because they don't agree with you. Third, just because someone doesn't agree with you or has different beliefs does not mean they are any type of phobic. And just because someone is not a part of a specific community or group does not mean they cannot have opinions or speak out about their opinions. If that was the case, those who do not have children should not open their pisser liquor and tell parents they don't have the right to protect their children. I said what I said.
She is fucking awesome.
I would love to go for if you aren't already subscribed and you're on TikTok, right?
Yeah, I follow her like fucking.
Right.
Oh,
awesome, that last. She's brilliant. And I said what I said. I love it when she says that at the end. But it's kids, cover your ears. This is the shit's gonna. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, go on.
somebody was in her live the other night starting, and she fucking went right off on one on.
I've never seen her live. I'd love to see her live because she's just fucking.
Oh yeah, she really fucking
live, right? She's got me for life, right? Because she's fucking awesome.
She really gets the trolls in there, but she fucking gives them as fucking good as they get, and it's like fucking.
She's fucking brilliant. Yeah, apparently Antifa did attack. Someone did get beaten with a stick. As for the other injury, she won at the coppers and did a wheelie and was unsuccessful and tipped on her side. That's all there is to that one.
Yeah,
the copper even tried catching her from falling, but then fucking scooters are heavy.
What, with a knife?
Yeah. He hit me with a fucking stick across there and his mate behind him chipped me.
Fucking hell. So someone's been stabbed. Look at the state of it.
That is fucking.
Yeah. So why aren't the police doing shit about that?
And
Instead, they'd rather bully our side. Do you know the ones that are protecting the kids?
So if you protect the kids and you're a normal human being, or
go against the agenda.
If you do not agree with them, right, doing fucking pole dancing in front of the kids, and one of the fucking stipulations is adults can't go in unless they've got
yeah, what the actual it stipulates on the advert on the on road pub, right? All adults must be accompanied by your child, right?
What the fuck? That's just my.
No fucking busy knocking on.
That's not normal behaviour.
She wheelied off one of their boots. I don't care what you say. I've watched that over and over and over again to see if there was any misunderstanding, right? There's no misunderstanding. She wasn't pushed off. She went and thought she was a fucking knight in shining fucking armour with a fucking javelin. And it backfired. And that's the type of shit we don't need when we've already got enough fucking big dark clouds over our fucking heads as it is. She makes the right wing look worse because they always cover up what the left wing do.
Well, the left wing are paid.
It's getting to a point where you're not even safe to walk the
Same
fucking
when they're
street.
doing Kansas City. When they're doing it and they think it's a day out drinking. No, don't.
No.
He was the one in Nottingham once, right? And it was an innocent thing, right? I'm not slack because it was an absolute. It was the veterans, and they had Rolling Thunder and everything there, right? And they was going on about child abuse and all that shit, right? And one of them turned around and says, "If you're with us," and now I'd already spotted a fucking camera because I'm like an awkward.
Hello, Michelle.
I'd spotted a reporter on top of a roof with a camera. And I went, "If you're all with us, all raise your hand." And I'm going, "No, no, no." Because the first thing they'll do is they'll get you as you're raising your hand. And what does that look like?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a salute.
the Nazi salute.
And then it's right-wing fucking protest full of Nazis. And that's what would have been all over the papers if we got the right shot. So I think we was the only two that actually stood there and went, "No, you don't want to be doing this.
Do not go like that, because they will catch that. They won't catch that.
If you want to say, "Are you with us?" cheer or make a noise, because then you're going to clap or you're gonna scream or whistle. Don't put your hands where they could get that perfect shot.
Oh yeah, it's shocking.
They will do anything
So how many
possible.
people are you currently investigating? How many of your officers are you currently investigating over sexual and domestic abuse claims?
It's many hundreds. I don't have the number to drop out off the top of my head now.
Around 1,000?
It's many hundreds. I can't give you the exact number, but it's many hundreds. So
just clarify, many hundreds of police officers are currently under investigation who have been working in the force for years dealing with the public.
So there are a combination of fresh allegations coming in because we've shown that we are up for the fight, and that part of reporting issues is about confidence. So the fact that we've shown that, the number of allegations has gone up quite dramatically, which is positive. And some of it is some of the old cases that we're reopening as a part of that review.
And how many are suspended? How many of you actually said, "Do not work in the police"?
We have well over 500 who are restricted, and several hundred who are suspended. And again, we can get you those numbers separately, but they're changing every day, which is why I don't have them associated.
And how many do you think? I mean, how much smaller will the force get when your work is done? You've got what, 35,000 officers?
It won't get smaller. We'll recruit the right people to replace them. So I've said we need to get rid of hundreds of people. If you look back over the last few years, the Met has been sacking 50 people a year. So clearly the answer is going to be a lot more than that. So it's going to be hundreds of people we need to remove from the organisation who are a serious challenge, at the same time as creating a stronger, healthier, better trained organisation that's more resistant to this in the future.
I just wonder how easy it is to get rid of bad police officers.
It's not as easy as it ought to be. So something that most people would have no reason to know is that police officers aren't under normal employment law in most respects. They're under something called police regulations. In terms of how poor performance is managed or how misconduct is investigated and dealt with, it is more bureaucratic, slower, more difficult than normal employment law. And so actually these issues are significant, and I've asked the Prime Minister and Home Secretary to look at this, and the Mayor's asked them to look at it as well. The Home Secretary's been having a review piece of work, and I think she's sort of considering those proposals now about giving us more streamlined recommendations. One simple example would be if we have information about an officer and we're reviewing their vetting. So we thought you were fit to be a police officer. Here it is 10 years later. We've now got some new information. Actually, there is not an explicit power to sack an officer who fails a re-vetting. Now that's crazy. That's completely crazy. It's complete nonsense, isn't it? There's no defence for it.
Had offences committed against 9 victims across 2 2.5 years. And Mohammed Adnan Ali, a former Greater Manchester police officer, a man in a senior position leading the volunteering cadets group, which essentially recruited young teenagers, those who wanted to look into getting into policing in the Trafford area of Greater Manchester, and advising them, helping them to how to get into the police force. He has today, in the last 20 minutes or so, been sentenced to 5 years in prison for the 15 counts of misconduct in a public office and the 5 counts of
5 years, right? That wasn't what I was going to pick up on. But did anyone else notice when he said the amount of allegations have gone up and that's a positive thing? How the fuck is that a positive thing? So how many of these fucking police have they not vetted correctly? How many of these fucking people should have never, ever been given a place on the police force, full stop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the allegations are going up daily, so it's a positive thing that more and more people are coming forward telling you that they've been raped or assaulted by a police officer. I think fucking not. Get a grip.
The government are right and the fucking police are right.
Back to
How
the
the fuck can anybody
trust anyone?
call
No,
me
we've got
old
trust
fashioned,
issues.
right? The people who supposed to protect kids are the government, right? Because that's like social services are part of the government.
Because we've got trust
right.
issues.
The police are part of the fucking government. Yeah. Right. How can anybody fucking expect their kids to be fucking safe, right? When the people who are running the country, the police who fucking enforce the law, and the fucking people who fucking make the law, right, are all fucking at it. How do you stand a fucking chance?
Well, I give Max a database of all police officers being done for sexual offences, robbery, drug offences, etc., and it's in the thousands.
Yeah. They're fucking horrible cunts, man.
But they have been there to say that they're there to uphold the law, right? They're dealing with petty crimes, but they've done major crimes. Bit hypocritical, don't you think? They're meant to be there to set by example.
I give you a sample. I give you a sample. An officer raped a 40-year-old girl, got raped and abused by, I think it was 5 men. The officer in charge then also raped her.
Wow, that's just.
I wonder why people have got no respect for the police. I won't piss on fire. I'll probably get my phone out and video it just to let people know.
I believe the certain jobs attract certain types of people, like the priesthood, the police force, who are nonsense, who like kids, who go, oh, where can we go? Through the church, through the police.
Some people are going to find this very racist, what I'm about to say, but when you actually look at the fucking numbers of people that have been put away under these grooming gangs and shit like that, but that was fun, right? His name was Mohammed. Hello?
Yeah.
And he was an Iran copper. Come on!
Drug raid in Whitechapel, East London.
They're ready, are you on?
How many fucking police do you need for a fucking drug raid? Like, what the fuck?
Right. right? There's only fucking 30 coppers there. They're just running round and round that block of flats, don't you?
They're on a training fucking thing. They're
Yeah.
not doing a drug raid at all.
Yeah. There's only 30 coppers just running round and round and round and round like silly cunts. Right?
You know,
What was
some
they
of them didn't
actually
even want to
fucking
run.
raiding?
What, do you remember back in the day when a copper had to be fucking fit? Some of them are like, oh, I don't want to run.
There's a copper in Liverpool city. Walks around city centre. He's about 50 fucking stone. His uniform's fucking halfway up his fucking ass. And I just walked up to him and said, not being funny, mate. You'd be fucked if that's a run. And he goes, oh, and he walks around nowhere to lie with either a beef burger or a hot dog.
Mate, right? You see, right? You know when you see them, you know when they pull you up on a fucking police fucking on the motorway, whatever, right? And you know they fucking come out and they walk up to you, right? And they go, "Hello, sir," right? Well, the first thing I say is, "Don't call me sir. I work for a fucking living." Yeah. And they go, "Oh, all right." And then they go, "Do you know why we've pulled you up?"
Yeah, probably, John.
And I go, "Because under 163 of the Road Traffic Act, you can." And they go, "Well, yeah, but do you think there's a reason why we've pulled you up?" And I says, "Yeah, because under 163 of the Road Traffic Act, you're allowed to." And they go, "So you don't think you might have done anything wrong?" And I went, "No, we'll just go with 163 of the Road Traffic Act, shall we? Because you think I'm fucking stupid enough to tell you that I might have been 5 miles an hour over the speed limit or I might have a brake light out. Well, I'm fucking not going to do it. So we'll go for 163 of the Road Traffic Act. You're allowed to pull me over because that is part of the conditions of having a driving license." And they go,
"Yeah, that was ridiculous. You was on one of our lives, weren't you, when they turned up?"
Yeah, she told me all about it.
Oh,
because they had, they just had it tarmacked or something, and fucking because he went on there.
They didn't obviously trust the fucking job that much, then, did they? Because tarmac.
The guy was pissed and he dragged.
What was
that?
Went
into.
Do you know what I say to them, Doc? When they say to me, you know what we pulled you up for? I said, "Not being funny, man. You're the fucking cop here. If you don't know, I'd expect me to know."
Yeah, it's right, isn't it? Well, once I got pulled over, right, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we'd run out of fags.
No,
So,
we want women. It was like years ago. It was not with me.
Yeah, right. So I've gone to the fucking petrol station, 24-hour petrol station, and a copper pulls me up. One speeding, nothing wrong with the vehicle.
Just because they're cunts.
And he pulled me over, and he says, "All right, sir." And I give him I work for a living shit, and I'm not being knighted by the fucking king, so just call me Dave.
Well, Queen at the time. Right? It was Queen at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just get used to saying king now, don't you?
No.
So he says, "Can I ask where you're going?" I well, you can fucking ask, but I'm not going to fucking tell you. So he says, "Have you been drinking?" And I went, "Do you mean drinking fluid or drinking alcoholic fluid?" He went, "Well, alcoholic fluid." And I went, "No, I don't drink, mate." And at the time, I wasn't drinking.
He goes through stages. He's like a teenager.
I don't drink a lot anyway. I have about 4 cans on a year on the night.
It's our night at the pub, so we have a drink while we're on here. But apart from that,
I don't drink.
Well, we had a few drinks the other night, didn't we? While we was having a chat with.
Anyway, this fucking arrogant fucking piece of shit, right? Says, "So you don't know why I've pulled you up?" And I went, "Is it because you're a motorist victimisation unit and you can't catch burglars?" And he went, "Oh, what?" I said, "Well, obviously you can't catch burglars, so you just make your fucking money from pulling up fucking innocent motorists." He said, "How come? How come that then?" I says, "Well, let's put it this way, right? If somebody reports somebody breaking into a fucking house or a factory, you fucking turn up with your sirens going at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, your blue lights going on, right? How does sound travel on a fucking night? You can hear it from fucking miles away. So the fuck off, so you never get them. You get a motorist and they pull up the blue lights and the sirens. You've got them, haven't you? And if they're doing out fucking wrong, you've just victimised them."
Well, we got new police cars up here, and you can't even hear them because they're fucking electric.
Yeah. So he says, No, we don't. Right, yes, you fucking do. Because under 163, the Road Traffic Act, you can pull any cunt up at any time of the fucking day for no fucking reason. I said, well, why don't you fucking breathalyze me and search the fucking... Well, I had a van.
That wasn't the best one, though, was it?
Right.
The best one he ever did, right, was he had to run in with a copper. And he actually said to the copper, can I be arrested for what I'm thinking? And he went, no, you can't. So he actually just turned around and went, well, I think you're a cunt.
I don't tolerate them fucking idiots.
No, I don't.
Well, I think I've told this story before. I got a fine over the lockdowns. I took my German Shepherd dog out at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. I was in my pajamas, house coat, slippers. The copper said to me, what you doing? And he goes, I said, I'm walking my dog. He goes, how do we know that? I said, I've got a fucking lead, and there's the dog.
Right.
Oh,
Yes. Right. Have you noticed? Right, they are the most stupidest fucking. Right. Now I don't tolerate fucking idiots. Right, I just don't. Right, I give you 30 seconds when I meet you to prove you're not a fucking idiot, or else I'll not have anything to fucking do with you. But when the police pull you up, if you're walking, if you're cycling, if you're driving, you're just walking down the street, right? They are the most ridiculous, fucking stupidest fucking questions.
Right, hon. Have a good day. Thank you for coming in.
Who's going?
Nora, Sharon, whatever you want to call her.
See you, Sharon. Catch you next time. Thanks for coming. Right.
Do you know what, right?
They
I wish
are
I'd still had
fucking
my
idiots.
lizards during lockdown because I would have took the lizards for a walk.
Right. They are the fucking most stupidest fucking set.
That would have been fucking classic to watch.
They are fucking stupid. They are some stupid fucking people on this fucking planet. But the police, right, they're supposed to be trained in how to fucking get answers and fucking how to victimize you, right? They can't victimize
That would
a
be the
fucking
best
squirrel.
time. That would have been the best time ever to have had Missy and Chappie.
Yeah.
When I used to take them out for walks. What you doing? Walking my lizard. See how we took that one. Thank you. They won't come anywhere near me because I chased one back into a fucking portable police cabin. He'd lock the doors. Walking 2 dragons down the road. Do you know what I mean? What are you going to do, fucker?
Matt, do you remember when I sent you that video when we're on that fucking demo in Hull and there was that copper outside the fucking immigrant fucking
You had his
section?
fucking wife, didn't you?
Do you remember when I
That's the
sent
time
you
they'll
it?
talk to him.
Right. It was funny
And he
as
was
fuck.
quite polite about it.
I was
even though he
quite
was ripping
polite,
his
but I
answers
just
up.
ripped the shit out of him. And he was going, well, I'm a local bobby and I care about it. I said, no, you aren't. You're a fucking police officer. And you know what police officer stands for? Policy enforcer. You're not a police officer. You're a policy enforcer.
He might still have it. Give
Check
me
it
2
up
minutes.
in
Fuck my
fucking.
life. No.
Check it out, right? It was funny as fuck. I just ripped the shit, and I wasn't nasty with it, and I wasn't abusive. I just told the
I was
cunt
known
what
as
I
the
thought
freak.
of him.
I was known as the freak with the lizards. I used to have 2 iguanas. One was about 5 foot. The other one was 4.5 foot because he'd lost half of his tail because he was mistreated. And I used to take him for walks. And to be fair,
Yeah, we
right,
can only get an abuse.
Yeah, and there was funny as fuck. In the local shops, we had all the normal shops. We had a veg shop, we had freezer shop, we had like co-ops and all that lot, fucking Copelands and all that. The only fucking shop I got banned out of with the fucking lizards, out of all the shops, bear in mind there's the fucking veg eaters, right? Was the fucking frozen food shop.
Yeah, they don't have a microwave, our fucking lizards. Well,
But I could go in the veg shop because they used to take the fucking leaves off the cabbages and fucking feed them. But I was fucking banned out of the freezer shop because they're going to open a freezer fucking door and take the shit out of there. Do you know? I'm not fucking that.
They go for fucking fresh stuff anyway.
But everything. Missy used to quite happily sit on my shoulders. It's fucking heavy as fuck, but she used to quite. But I chased the copper back into a portable fucking police cabin.
you know them sea containers they have.
I said, excuse me, love, can you help me? And he was like, yeah. And he took one look at the lizard and fucking run. It was.
You don't need a gun and you don't need a knife. Just walk in with a fucking 4.5 foot fucking iguana.
No, she was 5 foot. She was the one with the full tail.
Right, 5 foot iguana, right? And the fucking little shit bags that's supposed to be big and hard and can deal with any fucking situation, right? Run like fucking
Do you know what, mate?
fairies.
I thought about it. I wonder if it scared the Jehovah's Witnesses off as quick as
I'll
what.
tell you what, right? It was a copper that looked like he was a part of the LGBTQX1X type, fucking 2235 fucking people. He run like a fucking fairy and locked himself in the back of the fucking
He
container.
just locked the front door. He went and hid in the back. Once he locked the fucking front door, you would have thought he was safe enough locking the front door, but he went and stood behind the counter at the back.
You know what I'd love to do with them fucking them containers that are called mobile fucking police.
Do what you do with Portaloos when
right?
you piss one off.
I'd like
Oh,
to
yeah.
right, get an IAB and fucking lift it onto the back of the truck and send it to Holland or something like that with the coppers in it. That'd be as funny as fuck. Can you imagine the coppers locking themselves in there? Can you imagine them locking themselves in there because they're scared stiff of a lizard and waking up
One
in
of my
Holland?
mates got arrested for fucking taking his fucking ferret for a walk at 2 o'clock in the morning during COVID, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
No, lizards are better.
Do you know what? In Hull, right? To be fair,
They weren't that strict.
they didn't give a fuck.
But it's to say in Hull, do you know when people are saying, "Oh, people are going to get fucking fined for warning people where speed cameras are"? Hull Live actually warn us where they are anyway, so we don't need to do it because they've said they're not going to find people for warning them.
Because people in Hull don't give a fuck. That Hull, right? You
That
don't
did make
get
me
many
laugh.
lefties in Hull, right?
But
You don't,
There's enough.
right? People in Hull
But
just don't give a fuck.
lefties are outnumbered every time.
Yeah, right.
Without a doubt.
They have to come in from other fucking counties on coaches.
What the fuck's going on there?
Right? In Hull, right? It's a shithole. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I mean, the only thing we've got is the deep, and we've got a museum about slavery.
The best part about it is the fucking road out, which has been shut all weekend.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
we've got police going around here at the moment on mountain bikes, and it's fucking hilarious.
But now you could go out in your garden and have a barbecue when everybody's saying, no, you can't have friends around. There was having a fucking party in the garden. No cunt ever turned up. If fucking somebody says grass somebody up, you know when they have this grass somebody up for fucking breaking COVID rules, right? If somebody in Hull grassed anybody up, right, they'd die. They'd be on a fucking ferry.
Who's got something playing in the background?
Who's got something playing in the background?
Not
right?
me.
Right? If you fucking grassed your fucking neighbour up, right?
Oh, you'd have
to move out of the you'd have to
No,
move
there's
out
no
the county,
flats in the background. That's better.
right? You'd have to move out the fucking county because in Hull,
They just
people
won't
do
take a
not
shit.
give a fuck. Was we voted the fucking
We was voted the most.
friendliest driving?
Yeah, fourth in the friendliest driving. Now that's bullshit.
Because I got a cut by a camper on fucking Friday, and the cunt was real abusive to me.
He actually come down the fucking slip road to have a go at us, call him an old cunt and shit like that, and I'm like, oh, dickhead, really? You know what I mean? Fucking pull over and find out just how old he is, because he'll kick your fucking teeth in. And I'll use your lass to fucking slap you with an all. She was like that. Do you know what I mean?
In a fucking camper, I wish I did it and destroyed the fucking camper.
Off.
And because he fucking cut me off.
Yeah, it's funny up here when Cliff's trying to
Yeah,
teach
you had loads of room, you silly old bastard. No, we didn't, because he had to brake. There was not plenty of room. He had to fucking put his foot really harsh on the brake. You know when you go like and the fucking seatbelt stops you from going any further fucking forward? That was how harsh he had to brake. There wasn't plenty of room. And then he decides to argue with two fucking truck drivers. You know what I mean? Really bad idea.
Yeah, very
and he deviated off where he was going to go. So he pulled out of the lane to go, right?
Yeah, come out
and
of the
then,
lane to go straight on.
Because
right?
he
But then
fucking,
because he got fucking told, he decided he was going to deviate and go round that way anyway. What a cock.
and then he had to fucking wait on the roundabout to get back on the fucking road that he wanted to be on anyway. What a fucking being a fucking dickhead.
Because our boss is very strict when it comes to what is it with the cameras? Not copyright. It's the other one.
She won't hand out fucking these.
She won't hand out the video footage. I've got a very good dash cam application on one of my phones, which is now coming back out because I can share the footage straight from the phone to Facebook. Right?
We might have to have
That is coming back out because people need to see the type of shit we put up with on a daily basis.
We might have to have a new YouTube channel called fucking Idiots on the Road. with Doc and Dean.
I'm going to have to get a proper video. I am going to have to get a proper video of that.
There's a
That
guy
wasn't a
up
great
here that
video
does that
because
on,
I was trying to
YouTube
wipe
and
the
stuff.
phone because we was on the docks and we might have got into. Well, I don't. It was only showing us in the caravan, so we probably would have been all right because they're all right on there. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't want to take the fucking risk. So you didn't see the full. Because I would like to do one where I show you how it's all strapped up as well, because it's not just plonked on there when we go. You've got 8 straps that hold the caravan alone. Well, 9 straps, including the drawbar strap. Then you've got all the, as you saw, they're called skids. Now a lot of people think underpants when we say skids, but this is what the ramps are called. They're 30-foot metal fucking piece. Well, there's 30-foot pieces of metal, right? And then
with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. They say I'm hard of hearing, they say I'm growing old, but I've been loving cars and trucks since I could feel the cold. I'm never one to settle down, never had a wife. Sure, anyone that knows me knows trucking is my life. You're some trucker, you're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town, the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. I drive all over Europe, from Prague to Castlebar, in all the towns and cities, sure I'm like a superstar. They love to hear me coming, it really makes their day. When I honk the horn on the hanger lane, sure I'm not far away. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, I'll be trucking till my dying day.
Yeah, people see us going down the motorway, right?
And they think we're just there to annoy them, and we're not. They don't see the full extent of what we actually have to do. That is a very, very active job. It's not like, and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not slagging off people in fucking curtain siders and fridges and shit like that, right? Because dealing with people on a daily basis on the roads is fucking hard enough, right? With curtain siders, you've still got a lot of strapping and shit to do. But this job is physical. There's a lot of it. Do you know what, right? If I stop, this is what I was worried about when I went into fucking general haulage. I was worried because of the amount of physical there is involved in caravans that my bingo wings were going to come back, right? And I'd be able to take flight in 6 months if I did that quick enough.
I tell you what, right? That song.
I've got no bingo wings.
That song that is played on there is Liam Kelly. He's an Irish folk singer.
Him and
Michael English.
No, there's the one that Connor likes, who shares his birthday with Connor.
Oh,
why the fuck have we forgot his name?
Fucking hell.
Marty Moan.
Marty Moan.
Fucking
right, but the song that is on the front of this and is Liam Kelly, and he's an Irish country singer. Go and check him out. He's got some good stuff.
We do like some of the country stuff. Some of the country stuff's fucking awesome.
If you remember the ones that we
What's
had
that
before,
one?
Michael English, about Will You Dance With Me, about the weekend, working all week and stuff like that. That's Michael English. He's an Irish country
What was that one? What was
Go
that
and
one
check him out.
that I took a liking to when I thought it was Marty Moan and it wasn't? When I actually thought they were on about Suzuki races and it was horses.
I don't know.
Oh,
Just
fucking hell.
drag it up.
Hang on, I'll tell you.
With, yeah.
And it wasn't Marty Moan, it's someone completely different, but I thought there was on about Suzuki races and there's not.
Yeah, I like country singing too.
Well, check these guys out. You've got Liam Kelly, You've got Michael English, Nathan. Can't remember. I'll find
I'm
it.
just going to do the na because I'm going to have to get out. The fan just blew that onto my shoulder.
Right. These are the songs I like listening to. It's not everybody's kind of music, but it's not just trucking music. It's good, lively music. Go and check them out. If you're feeling down, go and check out Michael English. Go check out Liam Kelly. Absolutely fantastic. And Matt, didn't I send you a link to him? And you was playing, and you said his music was quite fucking good. I did that one in the cab, didn't I, with all the lights flashing, and that was actually on the opening.
That's it, King Road by the Rattling Kind, they're called. I don't know how well this will play. Hang on.
Have you thought about the solar panel power station? You have to close it down and open up coal power stations because it was too sunny for the solar powers.
You're king of the road.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually thought he was talking about a Suzuki Racer, not a fucking Silky Racer. And I actually put it in the comments. I thought he was on about a Suzuki bike. Until I listened to it properly.
Yeah. Go on then. Go on then. Go on, Bobby.
Go on, Bobby.
Have you heard about they closed the new solar power station down and they had to open up coal power stations because the solar power, there was too much sunlight and it was overheating.
You use that swear word. Don't use coal.
We'll
get
us banned. You get us banned. Right. So solar panels when it's too hot. Where do most of all the solar panels come from?
Like Davey's doing me an extra.
Give us a fucking break. Where does all the surveillance cameras come from in the government buildings? China.
Bye. Allegedly.
So everything that's fucking a problem comes from fucking China. How can you understand, right? Don't get me fucking wrong. This might be.
This is why I was amazed that Corona lasted as long as it did, because it was made in China. Normally, you're sending that shit back or throwing it in the bin after 2 weeks.
Right. So.
Oi, dude. If you want to play some music, send it to Matt.
Yeah. Sorry.
And all they do is play for me. They come from miles around to hear them play a melody. Beneath the stars, my 10 guitars will play a song for you. And if you're with the one you love, this is what we'll do. Oh, dance, dance, dance to the 10 guitars. Very soon you'll know just where you are. Hi, boss.
Yeah, well, if Bobby's going to play it like that, he needs to give us warning, because we was all talking and I'm thinking someone's back.
Sorry, I just like
this is what's just came up on the Daily Express. Millions of drivers want to install an electric car home charging before 2030 will get a car ban. They're basically telling
the only reason, right? It's like there's no way on this earth, if we all had electric vehicles down here, right? We've got nowhere at all to put charging points, because you're lucky if you get a fucking parking space out on the main road. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is, right? So we wouldn't be able to do it even if we did have it. Even if I wouldn't even think about having an electric vehicle. You can shove it up your fucking ass, right? But there's no way. But the only reason they want separate electric charging points is because then they can fucking up and down the price as much as they want, right? Also, if you're a naughty boy or girl and you don't run with the agenda, that you'll wake up in the morning and you won't even have enough fucking electric in your car to get to work. It's all part of the control, right? They can shove it up their asses and they can kiss my big fat fucking hairy toe.
One of the key reasons for people looking into the viability of EV home charging is the incoming 2030 ban on sales on new petrol and diesel cars.
I'll just keep my fucking 14-plate van. Fuck yous. Don't care.
Matt, in
Russia.
Russia.
Let's find out what's happening. Go on, because
Go
I
on,
heard
Matt.
about the dolphins. Let's fucking see what Putin's got to be fucking told off for now. Come on.
This looks like it's going to be an...
Matt, don't do that. Don't mute the mics and then unmute them and fucking tease us that way. Just get it fucking played. Dude. They might go on, Bobby. We all want to know what's happening in Russia. That was what Bobby said.
This looks like there's going to be uprising in Russia because there's about 20,000 people marching because they're sick of the war.
Well, we're all sick of the war because at the end of the day, no innocent people should die. But it's
Governments around the world are watching developments closely, as are our correspondents in London, Washington and Kyiv tonight. Let's go first to Libby Wiener, who's at the Foreign Office for us. And Libby, what's been the reaction of the British government to events in Russia?
Well, I can tell you that in the last few minutes, Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister, has concluded a conference call with the US President Joe Biden, President Macron of France and Olaf Scholz, the German Chancellor, to discuss their approach to the crisis. Earlier, there was an emergency COBRA meeting chaired by the Foreign Secretary, but I think the British government's approach is essentially one of watch and wait. Officials have obviously been following the progress of the Wagner Group for some months now, but I think everyone has been astonished by the speed of their progress today. And the fact is, the Ministry of Defence earlier did say that they consider this to be the most significant challenge to the Russian state in recent times. That suggests that the government does believe this rebellion has a chance of succeeding. But that brings with it a whole raft of other questions. It may mean that the Ukrainians can make a breakthrough, but it does also pose the prospect of a nuclear power plunging into civil war.
Well, on that note, let's go now to our correspondent Robert Moore in Washington. And Robert, how closely is America watching the potential destabilisation of its nuclear foe?
Well, the President and the Vice President just a few minutes ago emerged from national security briefings. Look, there are a few Russia hawks here who are gloating at the prospect of these two mercenary forces, the Wagner Group and the Chechens, colliding in southern Russia, potentially leading to the collapse of the Putin regime. But actually the more pragmatic administration officials, including the President himself, are simply alarmed. I mean, they recognise that this is essentially an autocrat against a St. Petersburg gangster, so there are no progressive forces in this fight. And yes, I mean, there is concern about chaos enveloping the Russian military chain of command and the safety and custody of Russia's 6,000 nuclear missiles. President Putin referred to the 1917 revolution. That's not just a reference to the Bolshevik revolution and victory, but also to the civil war, the brutal fratricidal civil war that followed. And it's interesting that the Russian Foreign Ministry in the last few minutes have warned Western powers, or Russophobes as they call them, to make sure they do not get involved in this conflict.
Don't blame it on Johnson.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to... Right.
Tony Blair.
If you're going to name drop, right? If you right,
that is right. You know, when I do my parodies, I have actually got a parody written out to blame it on the buggy, and it's blame it all on Putin. But I can't get the fucking high notes, which is really pissing me off because it is a good one. But I just can't get fucking notes on it.
Right.
Still got it written up on the stairs.
He's not the bad guy. I'm not being funny. I know.
No, he's not.
You know
what it is they want to make him look like the bad guy because he's against the elite and the New World Order. The same as
I speak to my family in Russia about once a week, maybe twice a week. And
go on, Bobby. Yeah.
I speak to them about once or twice a week, and they're starving. a loaf could cost them 20 rupees or even more. And all because the fucking this Western thing is the bad guy. You should just let him do what he wants. And because, you know, we got into a war for fuck all.
Yeah. Well,
she's always on format. So.
Right. He's not the bad guy. We all know he's not. Well, anybody who knows anything about what's going on and what fucking Lewinsky has been doing, and I mean, he was put in place by the Americans any fucking way, and Biden's been taking fucking bribes off the cunts.
Mm-hmm.
We all know this, right? So, right.
There you go. And look at the title.
What's it there? I think to see it on that.
Blame it on the Putin.
Blame it on.
Oh my God.
So we've got, don't blame it on Johnson, don't blame it on Javid, don't blame it on Fauci, blame it all on Putin. That's the bit I'm going to read out so you can see where I'm going with it.
Yeah. What I can't understand. What I can't understand is, I think it was 94, 95, Russia invaded Chechnya. Why was all this the uproar about Chechnya? Nothing. Then all of a sudden, when he invaded Ukraine, he's a bad man.
Yeah, well, he told fucking NATO, if you encroach any further on our borders, right, you'll pay the consequences. Yeah. Fucking, they had a pipeline going through fucking Ukraine, and the fucking Ukrainians were stealing the fucking gas. Right. They had the Russian speaking
on farm tonight, mate.
Russian that was being victimized and fucking really victimized and killed, right? In the fucking on the border. I can't remember the name of the fucking towns and the cities.
My
right?
best fucking parody.
They are fucking horrendous, the Ukrainians.
Oh,
I mean, who in the fucking right mind fucking the commies, right? If you're if you're in opposition to fucking Lewinsky, the fucking who comes,
all you've got to look at is that prick,
t-shirts.
right? That prick played in a movie and he played the Ukrainian president.
Yeah.
And now he's a Ukrainian president. Isn't he a bit like Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
And also, he's Figo banned Christian churches. He's closed all Christian churches down.
Oh, yeah. Never mind what's been going on for 20 plus years before the war happened. Right? This is what pisses me off because they haven't covered this in the fucking news where Russian speaking people, right, and all that shit were tortured in Ukraine. Putin went in as a fucking peacekeeper, right? It was simple as that. But they've twisted it because they don't want Putin, the same as Trump, right, going against the agenda.
They don't like. That's what they don't like because
Putin's not perfect. Putin can be a proper cunt.
Oh no, he's already
but
said
he cares
that.
about the people, and he'd rather wipe out the entire fucking world than let them cunts take over. That is what it's about. And do you know what? Right, I'd rather let him take out the entire world than let them cunts take over because we don't have any fucking life at all. You'll own nothing and be happy, allegedly.
Yeah, and if you're going to name drop, right, this is what I was saying earlier. If you're going to name drop, right, 4 cunts you don't want to fucking be associated with, Sunak, the German one, and, well, the rest of them, right, you just don't want to name drop them people.
No.
Where are you with these 4 fucking people?
It doesn't
right?
matter. At the end of the
Fucking
day, he's doing something right. We'll put aside the one person he killed to stay in power, but he is doing something right. Yeah, because people do love him in general. Yeah, so he's doing something fucking right. And he cares about the people that have been tortured over the last 20 fucking years, allegedly.
They also don't like it because he's turned around and said that anybody that basically rapes kids or paedophiles will get fucking shot in his country, and he won't. Which is,
you know what, right? Do you know what, right? If it weren't for the fact we've got our kids in this country, yeah, and we know we can't fucking pick them all up and take them with us. Do you know where I'd go to feel safe? Russia.
Yeah, Russia. Well, I fucking would and all.
Russia.
All you got to look up to when they go for Saddam Hussein.
Fair
now,
point, gracious.
They took him out. What happened? What happened? We've got another Gulf War. We've got the ISIS. We've got the Taliban. That's Saddam Hussein. Keep that region. All right, he was a sick bastard, yeah. But sometimes you got to sleep with the devil to have peace.
I've been sleeping with the devil for 20 years.
He's like, what?
Bitches. And on that note, I'm going to find a bottle opener because I'm now having to mix my vodka with a different drink. I don't know how this is going to go down, to be fair. I've got vodka with copper berry. I've run out of orange. So I've got to replace the orange. I don't know how well it tastes.
I've got loads of that in the fridge.
Well, Dee, if you like vodka, I get some sent over for you if you want.
No, I don't want none of that fucking Russian vodka. I said I'd live in fucking Russia. I don't want the Russian vodka. It's about fucking 999% proof in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will knock the fucking socks off that.
Could you just imagine me on one fucking drink of that?
Well, put it this way, Dee. I used it to scrape paint off a door.
Could you just imagine her drinking that on there? Fucking hell, she's getting
right? And that was a full bottle when we started, but I was already triggered when I come on. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Could you just imagine if I decided to have 4 fucking little fucking like shots with orange of Russian vodka? Christ. We would be banned for life off any social media.
I tell you what,
truth will come out.
I used to work on the docks as a forklift driver many years ago, and we used to get the Russian fucking boats in that caught the fish. You know, the factory boats that caught them, gutted them, froze them, and then fucking brought them in
fucking better than bird's eye.
Right, and then and you know what they wanted to do? They wanted to buy larders. Yeah, that's all they wanted. So we used to go around, right, and buy larders.
Ladders?
Yeah.
As in brum ladders?
Yeah.
Just no shit.
Yeah. No.
Off.
Because couldn't get past.
Yeah.
So we used to take them, fucking, used to say, you want little money or you want big money?
Fucking ladders.
I want big money, right? And they used to give me, we used to go into a scrapyard, buy a fucking larder that was fucked, right? And then we used to sell them to the Russians. But we used to go on the boat on a fucking night. I tell you what, I did it once. Never, ever again. Because I was that worried. I couldn't even remember
do you know what?
Getting off the boat.
I get worried when he puts that. What do you think of this?
Yeah, well, I do sometimes.
Using the cover of a local park, we're secretly filming this car wash in the centre of Aldershot, where some of the town's residents have told us asylum seekers are working illegally.
Bikes, we got bikes. Yeah, I think this is them. I think I see the green bike.
Over recent days, those locals have filmed and photographed a group of young men as they cycle between the car wash and this hotel about a mile away. The hotel is currently closed to the public as it's now being used as asylum seeker accommodation. Filmed working at the car wash, this employee, the residents say, is one of those asylum seekers. As they claim is this young man, another who can clearly be seen cleaning the inside of cars. Along with this third man, who they also say is an asylum seeker. Here, all three are getting on their bikes at the end of a shift, before being filmed again, arriving back at the hotel.
Where have you come from?
Suddenly, 2 of the men decide to confront the locals who've been filming them.
All day, what do you do in the daytime? What do you do? You working? You work? You work? You have a job? No. No job?
Comparing images, the man here in the hoodie is very clearly the same man pictured working at the car wash. He is, we're told, an Iraqi national. And the other asylum seeker confronting local residents is also one of the car wash workers. As we arrived to film the car wash ourselves, both men were back at work. The man in the white cap is this man who confronted those outside the hotel. And here's the Iraqi asylum seeker with the jet washer, clearly the same man outside the hotel in the hoodie. We decided to confront them with our evidence. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Can you speak to us? Can you tell us we're from GB News? Are you an asylum seeker?
Sorry, this boss.
Are you an asylum seeker?
This boss. Sorry.
You've been filmed going into the asylum seeker hotel.
I'm little speaking English.
But you're from Iraq, is that right?
Yeah.
It is currently illegal for an asylum seeker to work, as the state provides their accommodation, food, and even a small weekly allowance. Time for a chat with the manager here. So you're the manager?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that this man was an asylum seeker?
No, I didn't know.
You didn't?
No.
Did you not ask for any proof of his former and his sort of immigration status?
He said I'm going to bring it next week.
He said that?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do now, knowing that this man's an asylum seeker?
It's not allowed to work anymore, so I didn't know.
Do you know that there are other people that we've filmed here who are also asylum seekers?
I don't know about this.
Will you also be taking action to ensure they don't impose?
Of course, straight away, immediately.
This is just one car wash in one town, but we've been told of many such instances of asylum seekers working illegally in the black economy. And clearly the Inland Revenue never sees any of the money they earn. We've passed on our evidence to the Home Office.
Right, let's fucking get one thing straight, shall we? Can we fucking get on this one straight away, shall we? Instead of the taxpayer paying for all their shit, right? Give them a temporary fucking visa while the shit's getting sorted out so they can work, right? Make sure they're paid a normal fucking wage. Even if it's only minimum wage, it's a normal wage, right? They make sure that they keep back the rent so they don't end up in arrears with the rent and get kicked out on the street so we can't keep an eye on them, right? And we let them work instead of the fucking taxpayer paying for fucking 5-star hotels. How does that one sound? Anyone else got any problem with that? Because I fucking haven't. Let them fucking work and pay the fucking dues.
Hang on, I mean, that means it'll cost more than a tenner to have the van washed.
Not where we go. We know people. We get cheap.
Yeah, they also come over and get an £850 credit card whilst they're fucking claiming benefits. And
exactly, that is racist. That is racist. Black economy.
So another way of doing it is to keep, so they can keep the fucking hotel room and keep their little allowance and shit like that. They can work in places like that, so they're fucking paying for themselves instead of us paying for them.
What also pisses me off is they're allowed to come over here, claim benefits and child benefits when they're not even got their children in this country, and yet they're allowed to send the fucking benefits over to their own country.
My brother, right, had his PIP stopped 3 times saying he could fucking work. You saw how my brother was. He couldn't even get out of his bed. He couldn't feed himself. He couldn't even open his eyes at one point. How the fuck could he work? So if they want to come into this country and work, let them work and let them pay for their own upkeep while they're here. I ain't got a fucking problem with that. Let them fucking pay for their own upkeep. There's a way of doing it legit. The fucking Home Office are just being cunts.
Until you send them back because they're illegal. Then make them pay for their own
Well, no, I'm not saying
flight.
give them the money. What I'm saying is all this money that they get each week off the government for the hotel, the food and everything else, let them fucking work for that fucking upkeep.
Yeah.
And instead of taxing them, apart from that little allowance they get, right, they still get that little allowance, but the rest goes to the government instead of us paying for it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When we've got those people that pay taxes all the fucking life in this country on the streets that can't get help, letting them work for what they get, I think is the least they can fucking do. If you can't work, fuck off back on your thingy and I'll help you.
Yeah. And you fucking
Romanian family that lives not far from
I would
where
have
live and-
more empathy. I would have more empathy for them if they come over with the wife and their fucking kids, but they don't. These are single men.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I would have more empathy if they come across with their fucking wife and kids, but they don't. So make them fucking work for the shit that we're supposed to fucking work our asses off and give them for free. It's as simple as that.
What kind
I'd have
of
more respect for him that way.
what kind of fucking human being?
Oh,
well,
this is the new fucking plan
right.
with the fucking bird flu shit. Just let that one go over your head like vroom.
Right. What kind of human being, if
I
they've
work in
been
the car wash.
victimised or they've been
I drive
fucking
pink books,
threatened
am I right?
or they're going to get jailed, fuck off and leave the wife and kids. This is what makes me
But you know what, right?
Fucking hell, if it was a decent human being.
Address Dave on this one,
Go on.
right? Do you know what? The ones that I do know that work in car washes, they're fucking great to get on with. One of them wanted me to go and get him some fucking work trousers because he liked my work trousers, but I haven't been to market and I haven't seen him since because I changed jobs. But you know what I
And
mean?
it costs 45 quid.
This is where you can actually find the difference between the ones that are here that are just here to take the piss and the ones that are here to genuinely start. And this is where you can separate the fucking two. Do you know what I mean? Because they're going out earning extra money so they can have a better life. That proves that they want to work and they are genuinely trying. They are genuinely trying to find somewhere better to be because they want to work. So let them work for what they're getting, right? And then let them move on once they're fucking been approved for the rest of them. Fuck them back off because they're only here to scrounge, and we're all we're all the ones that are paying for that. If you don't like what I said what I said. If you don't like what I said, fuck off.
Right, stick them on the rest of them.
Sorry,
stick them on that barge.
Not.
Put them in the fucking ocean and fucking pull the plug out. You know what
If
I mean?
I've got them washing my car and they're polite, I ain't got a problem with it because I know they're here trying to earn a nice fucking living. They're not here fucking bleeding the system dry when there's fucking homeless already on the street and people in poverty that shouldn't be in fucking poverty. It's as simple as.
Right, if
Oh,
fucking taxes. Right.
Well, there's a Romanian guy that I know that's just came over, and fuck me, he gets more money on benefits than I fucking do. He gets £800 fucking pound a fucking week.
Oh, Matt, don't even get me fucking started on that lot of shit. Don't even get me. There was a guy, right? Which fucking site was it? Is it Devon or Cornwall? And his fucking wife had terminal cancer, and she was still working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
There's that electrician that we played the other week. Got no arms, injured his feet, still working. Do you know what, right? People go, oh, I can't work because I'm depressed. Fuck off. I was depressed. And do you know what saved my life from fucking hitting a fucking really bad low? Was I started work. I know some people can't work. I do understand that. But don't use bullshit for not working because I tell you what, right? Work makes you feel like you've got something, right? And at the end of the week, when you get that paycheck, you know you've earned that fucking money to pay for whatever you want to do, right? I do understand there's genuine people out there, right? I do know there's genuine, but there's people playing the fucking card and going, and especially since COVID, I'm too scared to go out. I've got PTSD. Fuck off. Fuck off.
They wouldn't even know what fucking anxiety or fucking.
I'll tell you what anxiety is because I've got what is it called? High functioning anxiety, right? I could be fucking breaking in here and I'll still carry on. Why? Because I refuse to break. I refuse to be a victim and I refuse to let the system break me. This is why I carry on. Because I've not got a good fucking hand of cards fucking dealt to me. But I'm still fucking going. Right? Yeah, my fucking job is one of the things that keep me. It's fucking the main reason I keep going, and my kids. But the job is what kept me, and now I can bounce. I can have the worst weekend going, but when I know I'm going back to work and I've got so much to do, right, that's what keeps me fucking going. And even if I'm on my lowest fucking spot, right, I will still smile. Do you know why? Because all them fucking haters, right, that think I'm going to break, hate it. Even when I'm at my lowest, I smile because it's one of them in the fucking faces. And I fucking hate it when people are draining the system. I really do. Because there's people out there that should be getting picked, like my brother should have done. and he had it cancelled 3 times, saying he was capable of working when he couldn't even get out of bed.
He was fucking bedbound, for fuck's sake. How the hell could he fucking work? He got fucking tubes and that coming out of it. Oh.
Exactly, Matt. Yeah.
That's just fucking...
Exactly. Like I said, that electrician that I saw the other week, if I could take him out for a pint, because I'd love to see how he drinks a fucking pint. Loki's on one, who's outside. That electrician, right, I've got utmost respect for him. No arms, but can still fucking go out and work. And he probably is earning quite a lot of money because he's an electrician. Yeah. People, I tell you what, people think, oh, work, same thing. I'm one of them that won't do a job that doesn't challenge me. Right? So I'm in a job that challenges me on a daily, as you've seen, it challenges me on a daily basis. Right? That keeps my mind going. That makes me feel like I'm doing something good. Do you know what I mean? And that stops me from getting to that fucking low point. I could sit in here rocking backwards and forwards in a fucking corner all day. And I think I've got every fucking right to with what's been thrown at us just recently. Right? But I refuse to. I refuse to. Come on, guys. We're supposed to feed the positive. The only way we can feed the positive is by staying positive and fucking fight through it.
Fuck off.
It's that simple.
Go to the end of the bed and sleep there.
That's why I have to keep my mind active in that, because if I don't, I'm a nervous.
Michelle, you've got a child. You've got a full-time job there. You've got a child.
Yeah, who's got ADHD.
I've got undiagnosed ADHD.
Okay, goodbye.
Do you know what, right? Yeah, before I address what Dave's just said, I hope someone's, because people seem to be too quick to turn on the camera, right? These days. Now, to be fair, if I was with him, I'd go, hold this. Yeah, I just need to go and fucking rugby tackle this little brat to the floor.
Yeah,
because I would have a fucking problem, right? Because, yeah, fair enough. When they're stealing off big companies, yeah, they've got insurances. But look at what's happening in America. There's been that much looting and now shutting major stores so people can't get food in America, right?
Yeah, and that's going to happen everywhere.
Why are people getting away with this shit? Why are they not being sent to jail? Oh, it'll be down to mental health. Sorry, forgot about that bit. Yeah, but Dave's just put a comment right now. I've fucking lost it because it's gone up. Hang on. I've tried for 3 years to get British staff CCTV and electronics. Had one of 54 turn up, did half a day, never saw him again. 3 never turned up for an interview, and we've got 2 Egyptians, 1 Ukrainian, and 1 Nigerian. Right? Now, my grandma's been dead for quite a few years now. And she says, what it is they're trying to make life too easy for the British, right? Where they're not going to have to. She was well beyond. Do you know what I mean? She had the fucking internet cut off her bungalow because she didn't trust it. Do you know one of the last things she ever said to me was she said, they're watching us. Right?
Oh,
And this
yeah,
well before all that come out, she went, they're watching us. And my granddad couldn't even go on the internet. Do you know what I mean? Because she had it all cut off. They're watching us, nah. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't understand at the time. I do fucking now, right? But they've made it too easy. We've got too many lazy people in this country. But this is what they want. They want to try and push this fucking like one universal credit bullshit across. That's what they want. But I'm sorry, you try locking me in my house with a universal fucking credit system, I'm gonna go batshit crazy. I will carry on working regardless. I don't give two fucks.
If you're an English British person and you're not prepared to go out and earn a fucking living, like Dave says in that statement, right?
You mean autistic?
If they come across
you
here
spend a day with me,
right, and they will fucking work, right, and they'll pay the taxes, fucking fair play to them. I ain't got a fucking problem. If you're gonna come over here and you're gonna sponge and work illegally, right? Make them fucking work. Make them fucking work.
No, not make them work, because you'll be able to fucking you'll be able to get the difference between the ones that are taking the piss, right, and the ones that actually are genuinely here for genuine reasons.
Yeah.
So it'll split the two. The ones that don't want to work and want to take the piss, send them off on that fucking boat or send them back on the dinghy they came on. The ones that want to work something out so they can work, so it's not the taxpayer paying for everything. And yeah, basic income's been on its way for a while. It has been. And I tell you what, Michelle, I'll support you all the way. You said there, right, from the bottom of my heart, you want to make yourself fair. I'll support anyone that wants to support themselves. So good luck with it all, on. Good luck with it all.
Can I put something out as well? Know what you say when people rob shops, they got assurance. But the thing is, what the shops would do is put the prices up on other items. So
no. Go on, Bobby. Go on.
So it's affecting other shoppers. We're paying more because they were robbing.
Yeah.
The same as, and I know I said last week there was going to be a truck theme thing, but I didn't have a chance to get all my stats and shit up. I should have actually got hold of Bobby and said, Bobby, just do this for me, because he's our stat man. But there's a new. Well, it's not new, but they are actually bringing it back in August, where there's going to be a levy put on trucks. Anything up to £800 and odd a year. Where do you think, right? Because of the wear on the, it's apparently because of the wear on the road. What do we pay taxes for?
And road tax.
And the fact, right, what annoys me even more is the fact that we can't run in a lot of places during the hours of darkness and through certain times because of fucking, we've got curfews and shit we have to stick by. So a lot of the time we can't be on the road. We have to be parked up because of curfews and everything else. But they're going to stick this levy on that could be £800 and odd per truck. Now, it might not seem a lot a year per truck, but where do you think that money's going to fucking be claimed back from?
Unless you've got like Kalina that own numerous different companies, right, that take, right, Kalina, right, a set of cunts, right, they're just lefty bastards.
Michelle, I don't blame you.
Right.
I was at the point once where I actually had to fucking feed my own kids, and I will hold my hands up. But I didn't go and fucking loot like that. I went and got what I needed for my kids. That was it. Because I need to make sure my kids were fed. So I don't know what you do.
Right. As I was saying, right.
Sorry.
If you're a big company like Kalina, right, and they are just buying everybody up there worse than Eddie Stobart, and they even own Eddie Stobart.
They're not supplying normal food.
Yeah. They do a lot of fucking work to as their Tesco's, Morrison's, right? They actually deliver food from the fucking central distribution centers to the fucking shop. They've got thousands and thousands and thousands of trucks. This levy, right, of 750, 800 quid per truck, right, is going to put your food up. Everything that's delivered is going to be fucking put
and
up.
it's already gone up enough.
Oh yeah, everything's going to go through like the fucking through the roof.
It's impossible to fucking live. This isn't the companies themselves. This is the government that are putting more and more pressure. And it's like it says, the companies have got to make a profit to keep them running.
To pay the drivers.
To pay the drivers and everything else.
Fix
so
the
where
truck.
do you think that money's going to get pushed onto? The customer.
Even the farmers are being hit really hard as well because
You know what farmers about? Have you heard the latest about the WHO, right?
oh, don't even get me started on them.
People fucking growing tobacco anymore. They want them to be growing vegetables, but keeping cows is a no-no because they want us all on synthetic fucking laser printed bullshit or fucking bug burgers. Come on.
The Scottish government, well, the NSPs don't want they don't want fucking.
You know what? Right, tonight seems to have gone real quick. Go on, Matt. Let's have a look at this before we.
This is the last thing. Put it up, Matt.
Fuck you! No, because I'm fuck off. It doesn't fuck off. I'm defending you, little pussy. I'm defending you. Pussy, wait, cunt. Go fuck yourself. You little fucking dick.
Have you got this?
You can't even come. Little fucking asshole. Fuck right, come
Only in the mouth.
She pulled his fucking wig off.
Me ass off. Funny as
Right,
fuck.
do you know what, right? That is spot on, right? You know when they turn around and say, I'm not a man, I'm a lady, right? And then they act like that, right? I've always said to be, and you know full well, right? I've always said, don't call me a lady, yeah? My own friends try getting me on Ladette to lady. My own fucking friends, they got bollocked for it. I would have
I
lasted.
couldn't even imagine you dressed up like fucking.
Fucking that, right?
Oh no, just.
They're fucking real. They've not been sewn on, and trust me, I've given birth to 5 fucking children. Yeah, but when they go, I'm not a man, I'm a lady, and they're fucking acting like that. Yeah, and then she gets gets its fucking wig fucking ripped off. It deserves everything it gets. Anyway, guys, we love you all, even the fucking haters. Thank you for joining us tonight, David. We love you all. Been a great show. Matt, roll the credits.
Bye-bye now.
This is Doubtfire versus Lily.
Bye, you're some trucker. You'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker. You'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. They say I'm hard of hearing. They say I'm growing old. But I've been loving cars and trucks since I could feel the cold. I'm never one to settle down, never had a wife. Share anyone that knows me, knows trucking is my life. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. I drive all over Europe, from Prague to Castle Bar. In all the towns and cities, sure I'm like a superstar. They love to hear me coming, it really makes their day. When I honk the horn on the hanger lane, sure I'm not far away. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all cry. Down the town with the windows down as I go rolling by. You're some trucker, you'll hear the girls all say, with a little bit of luck and I'll be trucking till my dying day. When I saw a pretty mess, so I rolled down the window and I asked her for a kiss. Then she called me a banker. Well, I think that's what she said. With the toll to the head. sucker.